Hey, we're back! You didn't miss much, except I slightly nudged the camera, so that was probably very awkward for you at home. But, hopefully you received no interruption. Meth just immediately broke smoke there by accident. And now he might pay for it with his life. We have the Undying here. We have the Force Staff out, but...
Oh, the hook!
Clockwork is so ready for this.
The snowball is just going to slightly save. Meth, yeah, not going to get the save from the Undying.
Yep, Undying drops everything he has on that there, and does not really find anything for it, which is kind of unfortunate. Godlike Matt gets the tower while this is all happening, which is good at least. Okay, he's gonna take about half of an artillery strike though, which ain't so great. Still can't believe Godlike Matt has a sponsorship from Red Bull. What a deal. Gotta be a lot of money. Cryptic! He's gonna eat a death here. Undying going down to the Flames of the Jakiro, to the Battery Assault, to all kinds of crazy crap being dumped on his head, which was really meant for Enigma, but he ended up eating it anyway. Which ain't bad. That ain't the worst thing that can happen. Better if he didn't die, but I mean, that's the second best option, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Peter is moving quickly. They are Sin Snapple, but they got everything else to play with. They still have a hook shot. Okay, they don't have the Macropire either. But they got hook shot, they got Doom, and they got the Medusa ult, should they choose to use that, which I kind of doubt they do.
Yeah, I'd agree. I just don't see a reason, like...
But the possibility is there, and that's your strategic value right there. Having options. Enigma's got BKB, which is going to make it a little harder to stop his black holes, but...
Handle these Eidolons. That's what the mid-snap gets the extra levels in the queue super early, and you could just fucking one-shot these Eidolons, especially now after the nerf.
Right. It's a good source of money for a lot of people.
I'm sure Peter has played this matchup before and was just like, snap into Enigma, easy game.
You can see,
I haven't seen it, but I think this is a nice answer to the Enigma, no matter what position you put the snap in.
You can see Wizard directing a little traffic there while doing some, on a dewarding mission with the supports. Just something that I think some 3s in LD2L do a little too infrequently. There are some times when, you know, one of the best jobs you can do as 3 is just be the big, scary guy that makes sure that the supports get to do what they can do.
We can't go. Can't go there.
Combination Beam wants to get something started here at this little fight, but Doom is so fast you just can't catch up with him. Not a problem Luna in particular has off him, but she's certainly going to have it in this game. You know, Doom rhymes with Zoom. There's a good reason for that. Thank you, Cryptic, for laughing at my joke before I even made it. Man was looking into the future.
That's, yeah.
It's a very awkward situation here for Bean 10, as everyone's just kind of posturing, waiting for the other guys to go in. Like, everybody wants the Radiant, the rankings of a scrub lineup to just start a fight, but they don't. Neither
but
they
don't.
They don't want to, and they don't have to either.
I don't know. I feel like that's kind of the innate like issue with the Radiant draft is. Yeah, Doom can start the fight, Clock can start the fight, but a Clock ult is always better after the fight has already been started, and you can just pick the hero you want to go on, not just initiate on the first one you see.
Speaking of initiating on the first one you see, Meth gets impatient there, tries to start the fight, but even with Meth actively going in, his team still doesn't really want to do anything,
Yeah,
and it is kind of questionable
like this,
anyway.
where you see the Enigma, can solo put them off. That's what Clock excels in. Especially when you have a Snapfire that can just sit behind you, and a Doom that can just stand outside the cogs, pump in damage.
The thing I was getting at, though, was not talking about the Radiant's ability or lack thereof to initiate, but the Dire's unwillingness to try and do something about it. The Dire here are basically just trying to sit here, wait for the Radiant to do something and counterattack, but the Radiant in this game,
Yeah, they're just...
they have no motivation. Like, they don't need to go first. They can wait all day.
They can find these solo pickoffs.
And that's kind of, I think, the ultimate bad sign in this I almost said quad circles, in this Bean 10 draft, is that they're playing...
They need a 5-on-5 fight to win.
Right.
Where Radiant is straight up just pickoffs.
Right.
But with the Medusa, they can turn a 5-on-5 with all their ults.
Right. Dire needs a 5-on-5 to win, and I think here's really the biggest thing. Dire needs a 5-on-5 to win. Radiant has no motivation nor need to give it to them. They have absolutely no... There's nothing necessary, and even if they do take that 5-on-5...
They have enough damage in pickoffs that they can do pickoffs, and they have enough damage in team fights that they're going to win team fights if they want to.
And, of course, the most important thing about this is, not only do they win the long game, they win the long game very decisively. If this game goes on long enough...
decisively. Yeah.
This game goes on long enough. This is one of these games like we were talking about with your team, actually, back in week 1 when Mikkel inhaled cocaine and thought buying a rapier was a good idea.
Yeah.
Where, if this game goes on long enough, Medusa not only can 1v5, she's gonna win the 1v5s. Like, it does not matter what happens to the rest of her team. And her team's got a great lineup for it doesn't matter what happens to us. If Doom is a fall guy in a fight, right? Every fight, he's just immediately dying to get Medusa a win. Well, what does that matter? He can just Doom and then go down, and he's still laughing to the grave.
He's one of those Matty offlaners I haven't picked up. Like, blink, initiate, cast stun,
immediately die.
And die.
Yeah.
And that's your purpose. If you make it out, wondrous. If you don't, got your spells off, A-okay.
If you don't, you swear like a sailor, you start tilting, you blame it on Howler so he gets a bad reputation as being unreformed, but secretly you're the mastermind the whole time.
You're the unreformed one. No, it's...
This is interesting.
I mean, Doom is never not a good spell, and neither is having an innate Devour, so...
Well, that's a one-man black hole on an already dead Clockwork.
Yeah! And the BKB, it's a thing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They got a kill, that's good. That's the only good I can say about that.
It's not an... Holy fucking
And
shit.
They're about to lose me.
It's not an...
Maybe?
No. Beans out. Not, yeah. Which is weird, like, they had vision. I don't know why Wizard didn't blink in.
Bean is, not Bean, but Bean 10, rather. It's completely abandoning this jungle here, where they lack any sort of vision whatsoever. They're trying to use the Dyers. Or the Radiants, rather.
But they're, just giving up this free Roche to the Dusa. Quickening Charm on the Enigma. Did he send it back? Nope.
Nope, he's keeping it.
He is, as he should.
Bottom tower is under
extra
attack.
Midas, extra Black Hole, Black
It's
Hole
even
clearly the superior cooldown, but, gotta...
I mean, you got a lot of fringe benefits. With the Quickening Charm, not only do you get that, you also get a quicker cooldown on your BKB, which is going to be really important in this game. You get a subtly faster cooldown on the blink. It's just a small portion of a second, but it's still quite a bit. Bean is standing in front of everyone here. Okay. You even get more Eidolons.
Luna?
No, I think she's just a little, like, I gotta get this one camp before I get out of here, and then the answer is nope. Nothing else, she is
not gonna happen.
She is in a good spot here for net worth. She's got quite a bit of farm, as the other cores on this team are just trying to snag it from around her. I think that's probably at least a small part of a problem for Bean Team as well this game. This is a very, very hungry lineup. Tiny,
Yeah.
Enigma, and
you know,
Luna.
there's the Luna farm is like kind of artificially inflated, almost like an alchemist, where yeah, she's really farmed, but
You know, this is as
she
scary as
falls
she's
off
ever gonna get. Yeah.
really hard. Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
she gets really farmed really fast, and then
Radiant's top
Dusa
tower
just
is under attack.
is Dusa.
Right. Dusa is sitting second to last on the net worth chart, so somebody who is even less able to be there and like it is Tiny, who is sitting at
Dire's
dead
bottom
last.
tower is under
It's
attack.
not a good look for Tiny. Not by any capacity. He's actually gotten hags before he got
attack.
shard, which is interesting. Not the first time I've
Radiant's
seen that
courier
recently.
has been killed.
A lot of Laz's career just went down, just lost an
Radiant's top
ultimate
tower-
orb on it. That's going to be
Radiant's top
annoying
tower
for the
has
guy.
fallen. Dire's bottom tower is
Tiny is
under
just going to
attack.
eat a building.
Yeah,
and
what was
no
that
time
ultimate orb finishing?
Oh, that's
Scotty?
Scotty. Yeah.
Got it.
Radiant's
Yep.
top
It wasn't
tower is
finishing.
under
She's
attack.
Well, not
missing
finishing
the
it, so-
point booster, but
Dire's
it's
bottom
very
tower
close to
is
point
under
booster
attack.
here.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Really trying to split down here, but okay, this is the part where no, they're actually not going to go too far for Undying here. They're not going to take this. They believe this to be bait. It actually isn't. There is nothing backing him up. I mean, God like Matt's here now, but he's only here very recently.
Blessings upon a loyal
Doom got a
warrior.
Shiva's guard. Somebody just force-staffed really loudly for some reason.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Snapfire's got this Daedalus. And Medusa is just Medusa. Just going to keep knocking on your doors with this Aegis.
Radiant's
But,
middle tower is under
nobody's
attack.
here for Medusa. They're pulling out for her, but she did just lose her entire mana bar and half her health pool here, which
Radiant's top tower
means
is under attack.
unless she's just willing to throw a life, this is it for this push. Everyone's just pulling out. Nothing
Which is
happening.
fine. You know, they got another minute and a half to farm.
Yep. It's not exactly what you want to have happen to you with a, what?
Proper Skox.
Not exactly what you want to have happen to you on the, everybody on Bean 10 as a statue. I think they're actually unique as far as the teams go for that fact. But not what you want to have happen on the first Aegis, but not a team that's going to be living or dying on this first Aegis either. This is whipped cream for them. Just thumb on top of the sundae. It's right next to the cherry, right?
Little creme de la creme.
Fireman smoke coming out on the part of Bane 10. This is more the action that we're looking for, but we don't get to see it yet because I have to put my control key back on my keyboard. There we go. Dire scan out jungle, find absolutely nobody here. Guess what? They're all in the triangle. I can tell you. Oh, looks like they've watched the cast. They know this to be the case. Clockwork gets walked on. Tusk does not actually want this guy, but on the other hand, he breaks the smoke unintentionally. So counter smoke comes out right back. Wizard says, take this and go top. They're not there. This is the most awkward series of events I've seen in an LD2L game in a while.
Yeah, it's just like, what? What happened there?
Did
Just lots of people walking around the map and not a lot happening.
yeah.
Dire's top
It was going
tower
to
is
ultimately
under
be
attack.
to Radiant's advantage here, as they're going to be able to siege down this T2, and I really don't think anybody on Dire is going to be able to do anything about this.
I mean, Mep's cutting the
Radiant's
wave
middle
mid.
tower is under
Yep.
attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's
the
playing
vibes.
mid. He's not actually even cutting, that's just straight up where this wave is.
He's just
Um,
vibing mid.
Yep.
And there goes Aegis, but Scotty's coming now. Yep, there it is.
Tiny punches out the stupid ogre before he gets the stun out.
And still no shard on the United States Daniel Tiny.
Nope, just does not want it. He does not want to be the tree hugger this game. Oh, and he also got the ogre club first. Dragon's gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
Where the ogre
the
at?
efficiency is not there.
Tusk going for the
And
axe
it's-
here. He's about halfway there.
Yeah. I think the kick is powerful.
Undying is very, very close to a halberd here. It's going to be a very powerful item in this game.
Holy shit, no way.
Well, you want to see it again? Here you go. All he needs is
Oh
a
my
talisman
God,
of evasion.
yeah,
He's
force
200 gold
staff.
down.
There it is.
Undying definitely is, as far as the support line goes, doing pretty well for himself money-wise. Though I can't say the same is happening for the cores. Even with all this, it's like Bean is second highest net worth, which is great, but then the other two cores on our team are just eating it. Just completely at the bottom here. That is not a great scenario. I'll say this much, I don't think in the future this Tiny Luna combination is probably one worth pursuing. I don't know, I feel like on paper it's just...
I don't know. I don't think it's the Tiny Luna. I think the Tiny Luna is fine. I think it's one of your higher MMR players is completely countered.
I mean, there's that, obviously, but I'm saying, like, let's just face the facts here, right? Because Matt is countered out, the one hope we have in this game is US Danny. But because we've got a hero on this team who just eats every bit of farm that exists, and US Danny absolutely requires it, even through being away, just to take that.
Yeah, no, that I totally agree in that. Like, for sure.
You know, if we're looking at the real politic, basically what this means is that if we're going to run a combo like this, Matt has to do not just good, I think he has to do really, really, really well. Now let's just call a spade a spade. So far for him, this has been a brilliant game, all things considered. As countered as he is, he's still way above the
he's still
ballpark
pulling
average.
it out.
Yeah.
It's
This is something that you see a lot from Godlike Matt. It's like, you know, in week 1, there was a situation where he was playing Mars in the world's worst imaginable Mars game, and he was still doing pretty well for himself. It was, like, you know, obviously not enough, but he was still doing well for himself.
I mean,
But-
he's still got Midas, Blink, BKB.
Yeah. So even though this
Axe,
is
right?
the worst Enigma game ever conceived by a human being,
Yeah,
he's still doing okay for himself. For now, anyway. But
Well,
like,
Black Hole does not stop being relevant, you know.
right. But even with all that being said, for a lineup like the Luna Tiny combo to work, I think that there can't be any qualifiers on that statement. It can't be, this is a great Enigma game for how bad it is on paper. It has to be, this is a great Enigma game, period.
Oh,
Nice.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's still 2 BKB canceling
Dire are
stuns
scanning.
and lots of DOT to go into the black hole after. If there's no BKB, it's just bad.
I guess what I'm saying is, for like a super 2-core lineup, oh, just randomly pick Pages on a warding mission. For like a 2 super core lineup like this to work, Matt has to like A, be a relatively early hero, and B, win the hell out of lane, and C, be a hero that can super sustain that momentum moving forward. If Matt's not the top net worth in the server by a lot at the end of early game, this strategy doesn't work, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's kind of what comes from putting your highest MMR player on offlane. It's his best role, but he needs to succeed, and first phasing Enigma is not the way to do it.
I think there are definitely games where he can, like, you know, he can trip on a rock and then Danny takes over. Or Bean takes over. But not if Danny and Bean are on heroes that are going to be fighting each other for farm this often. You know, then
Yeah,
everybody's
I think
just a
that's-
little poor.
That's kind of a just a general thing that needs to
Was there just gonna
probably be
walk
addressed. Like, you
right
can't
into
have
vision here.
3 heroes.
Okay, yeah, this
And
black
then,
hole.
yep, it's canceled, but it doesn't
Yep.
matter. It's done its damage.
The Medusa took a lot of the Eclipse there, and it really didn't matter much, it seemed like. US Danny going to be throwing out some trees
like,
here.
Doesn't matter that the black holes aren't perfect. He got the kill on the key hero, and that team fight win. that part of the team.
Lada Lads did not actually go down in that.
But
encounter,
Lada
which ain't
Lads
great.
did not die. So.
Yep. Well,
it just
goodbye,
ends up being,
Patience.
And that's where US Danny can argue that he went for the Ags before Shard or
Yeah.
period. Is he just blew up
buried
Jakiro.
Pages under an entire forest. Also did most of the damage to the Medusa in that fight, it feels like. Though being still walking away by far and away most total. Still, this is given the rankings of a scrub pretty clear free access to Roche here. They're gonna take. They have a very good team for it. Dire is positioning themselves to get something done here, but I feel like without the Undying ult, okay, if Laz is just gonna be here alone,
He's
okay,
just
never
gonna
mind.
throw the tree volley in. Fantastic gets the ult off. Doom on the tiny. Does not matter that he's BKB'd.
Here comes the snap ult.
Does not matter. Snap ult down. Gonna kill Cryptic off.
This is an awkward time for these guys to.
Chunk the. Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward
just
time for
takes
everybody on
the
Radiant
fucking
too.
Roche.
Yeah. Radiant just
And
kind of
there.
backed out there. Okay.
Pathetic.
Being on a killing spree now with picking out Peaches in the back line.
A guy like Matt just took the cool Malefice.
Yeah. That's definitely a big old boost to this Enigma now.
Yep. I will say this much: there's one thing that fight definitely showed. It's that the Bean team is a lot better at winning fights without Black Hole than rankings of a scrub is at winning fights without the Medusa ult.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of just what happens with a Luna. Like they win a good fight, and what do? Like your respawns are staggered. The Luna's just gonna be more powerful.
Another phase begins.
Okay. Is this team just gonna?
Yeah, BKB, leave. Okay. Okay.
I was really quite worried that the rest of Bean Team was just gonna kind of let Bean die a second time for no reason and not make
That's
any
what I was
attempt to
worried
help her.
about. But Bean had Daedalus, so that's that. Or not Daedalus, BKB.
Bean does have
Does have
Daedalus, that is correct.
but but BKB. Going for the Satanic, I'm assuming?
Yeah, she's building that up.
Yeah.
Got the
Wonderful.
Reaver. I had a cute earlier. She's got Mask to disassemble. Trickster cloak drop. Wait a minute. This team, okay, that is probably their Trickster's cloak, I guess.
Yeah. Can you?
Yeah, there's no Trickster's cloak on the other team.
Sag.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Doom is gonna get gun right on.
That's
Good.
a nice
Good,
hook
yeah.
shot, my Katsu.
Well,
Does not matter.
the
And
black
it's
hole got
canceled.
immediately canceled. Round 2 coming out. Never mind, he's doomed. So it's a fight.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
United States, Daniel.
And it's off.
Doing damage. Does not matter. 3 of his teammates die. Just going to die to the Snapfire here.
Ouch!
I ain't that old.
Yeah. That's kind of what this level 20 Snapfire does. As soon as you get that talent, as the mid Snapfire, you just kind of get unlocked.
See, level 25 talent actually on that. Which is
It
even
is
worse.
now.
Yep.
No, I meant the little shredder uses your attack.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that not only does Speeder have a attack damage little shredder, also has 3 of the bastards.
It's
so.
split shot. Yeah.
3 of bastards with a Maelstrom as well.
I mean, and BKB is even damage on this hero
Dire's
because
top
of all the
tower
strength.
is under
It's
attack.
Right.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
The
middle tower is
dichotomy
under
of Snap.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Dire's top tower falls. Akiro breathes fire on the barracks. Just show the Rax who's boss, you know? Make sure they're really toasty when they go down.
And this is kind of what I pictured happening. The
Dire's top
Luna
barracks has fallen.
can still definitely chunk,
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
but when the Deuce is alive and well, at this point in the game, Luna does nothing.
When Medusa is the second highest net worth in the server and is getting distressingly close to first place, the time of Luna is soon to be over. And neither of
yeah,
the two
Luna's
other
hit
best teams.
X and Dusa is just kind of getting there.
Gonna beat the hell out of Akiro though, so there's that at least.
Yeah, it's called space.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Arcane Rune on the godlike Matt, who is getting quite close to his refresher orb refreshed. They're looking
Kind of
desperately,
really wants to throw that first black hole out.
but just can't find anything here. Everybody on the
No,
Radiant.
there's nobody to black hole. Everybody's in base.
Yep. Not only is everyone in base, everybody is constantly on the retreat. It seems like every time there's like even vague potential for a black hole, they just are able to scramble out, and there's nothing really feels like they can stop that.
Are scanning.
They're scanning out Triangle here. Very, very close to catching Peter, actually. And Peter is caught. Gets all of his HP back that he just lost from
Yeah,
Satanic,
does
though.
not matter. Just gonna chuck
Snap
out.
bolt coming out.
Oh no way!
Gets to fall right on
There goes
Tusk's
Mav.
head. Doom fighting the Luna here. Godlike
Let's
Matt putting
survive.
everything that pulse, but... Well, the... No
The
BKB.
black hole like
No.
happens.
No BKB on the
Mav's
black
gonna
hole,
get
so
a
it gets
second snowball
immediately
to stay
canceled.
alive, but it's just inevitable.
He gets
This
his
is
black
just what a
hole,
level 26 Medusa does.
gets through
I
it.
think everybody has to buy back, not just Mav.
In fairness, he might have just gotten that BKB from Refresh, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, doesn't matter where it
Dire's
came
middle
from.
tower is under attack.
What I'm saying is, there was no
Dire's
BKB
middle
on him when he
tower has
died, and
fallen.
his black hole got cancelled by battery assault. So
Fair.
okay, goodbye, Undying. Just gonna get absolutely
Yeah.
shredded here.
Still has buyback though.
Dire's top
Combination
barracks are
beam
under
buys
attack.
back,
Dire's top
watches her
barracks has fallen.
range Rax top die to the creep wave. Cryptic hates life.
Clearly. Does not like the life thing.
I better not fall off.
Do you think it would be a bad thing if Snapfire fell off?
I mean, eventually it's gonna happen. I don't think it's a bad thing.
Radiant's
I don't
bottom
think
tower is
Snapfire
under
should be a
attack.
60-minute hero.
Okay, so there you go. Snapfire says she better not fall off. You I almost said US Danny. Matty Boy agrees.
I don't think any hero should be strong from minute 0 to minute 60.
But
Like,
when
that's-
when she picked up the Invisor and she was like, I better not fall off. This is what I'm getting at here.
Oh yeah, I understand, and I'm taking it another level. Like,
Radiant's middle
Ah,
barracks are
I'm not going to that level.
should
We're
a
not
hero
going
be
there.
busted for 60 minutes? Let's discuss.
Okay, Doom just got a halberds now. There's halberds on both teams. I like the wave of flares. Feels so inefficient. Like, when is that ever going to be? Like, unless you're like standing in a side lane and shooting mid, basically. It feels like that's never going to be the most efficient thing in the world, but it is always fun. Clockwork Smoke immediately breaks on Undying. No vision up there, so has no idea, but sees Tusk. Bye-bye, Tusk. Undying 6 just a little too close to this. Immediately gets doomed. I don't think that was the doom target you wanted.
Oh,
Black Hole comes out here.
That's on Tusk.
Black Hole number 1, success. Ladder Lad's going down. Black Hole number 2 going out here. Snapfire caught in it, but the Doom does not or not the Doom, the Enigma does not survive it. Combination being taken out, the Snapfire there takes a monster kill streak.
It's not looking good.
So here's the good news. Combination Beam just took a very large streak. They got Roche in 48 seconds, so they're patient enough to wait for it. Can force some buys here. I wouldn't. I would actually just
maybe in 40 seconds.
I would just kind of stay away from this and just hope Roche respawns soon as to not get the buybacks. The buybacks are gonna make Roche a lot harder.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
But they are gonna take some racks at least. And there's a lot of lads, doofy statue. You ever seen this thing? Well, you're gonna see it now.
The lit AF.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
The
what's
stupid
wrong with
Brewmaster statue. No, Tiny's effigy just got blown up for no reason by creeps at the top lane. That's so sad. Dyer takes out the outpost here. Starts looking at this bot T2.
Is under attack.
Gonna most certainly get this thing.
Dyer's middle tower is under Radiant's bottom tower.
Some thought being given to this wave at top, which I mean it should. Imagine how bad it would be if Medusa just got travels, right, and just TP'd up here and just ate like a T4 for free or something. Tiny just got a Divine Rapier. Okay, well that's interesting. Yep, you can take a look at it here. That could have quite a big effect on this match.
It is.
Invisibility?
We can't hear you, Maddie. Get closer.
It is most definitely a thing.
Not that close.
Ugh.
Immediately gonna find the Undying here. Immediately gonna get rid of him. There's no buyback on him.
Yeah, it's dire straits at the moment.
Shout a clear reference to Radiant Straits from LD2L Season 12.
Yes, that is very much a clear great reference.
Yeah. See, it's in jokes. Now Medusa and Snapfire just gonna... Well, okay, Snapfire is going to awkwardly not eat Roche.
Fuck.
Meth just gets eliminated completely.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
There is one downside that the Divine Rapier actually gives you in a game like this if you're US Danny. It's not like there was a great hope that something would happen if he went into Roche, but he would have had the ability to just chuck trees in, maybe get a kill, and then just blink out. But I think when you're carrying Rapier, the risk factor on doing that is just so high he can't even stomach the fog, so he doesn't.
Not do that. When you're when
Dyer's
you're carrying
middle
that
tower
much
is under attack.
expendable net worth, not a chance.
Wave immediately goes
Dyer's
down on
middle
mid, but it doesn't
tower
matter
has
because the wave's your top. 5 seconds before Undying comes back in. There is one thing that is for sure true about this particular matchup. Nothing else. Okay, that's a good hook by Clockwork. Goodbye, Enigma. It's immediately knocked out. Black Hole here on the Medusa alone. Black Hole part 2 on not even the Medusa, just only got Doom there.
Yeah, no.
Guy like Matt is down. That's his dieback. I think that's the
Dyer's
game.
middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah, it's looking like that's the game.
Dyer's middle
Peter
tower
gets shot, or not Peter. Cryptic gets shot in the back of the head. Very violent game, this one.
Yeah, Definitely not a.
If you got kids, put the kids to bed. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah,
goodbye.
don't let them watch this one.
A noble
Like
attempt.
the Tusk snowball doesn't even roll; it just moves.
Well played, says Ladder Lads.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Luna, rather, is immediately getting jumped on. This is Luna's dieback. 125 seconds to Luna.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
US Danny going down. Tusk buys back, combination being calls the GG's, and we're getting out of here. Okay. Well, I think if there's a subtitle to this game, the subtitle of this game is For Want of a Draft. WAP says, Godlike Matt. I don't think he can say that anymore, Matt. Oh, mama. Alright, let's take this one from the top. Bean 10, just... Well, let's just call a spade, okay? There was something wrong basically everywhere with this draft. They picked up the Undying without getting rid of the counters to Undying, and so as a result, you just got a Snapfire that could, you know, smoke him out of existence, and to that end, the greatest role that he played in this game, I feel like, was getting the Halberd and using it. Tiny, well, Tiny just had nothing to do in this match. He was just competing with Luna, both for his purpose in life and for his actual money. I think the game that they wanted was not what they wanted Tiny to have. The Luna here was good in theory, but I feel like they needed a less totally countered out offlaner to make this work. Godlike Matt was just in complete shit city in this game. This was the best he was ever going to possibly do. And the Tusk felt like it just did absolutely nothing. Like, it just felt like Tusk's only value after, like, the first 10 minutes of this game was just roll in, die, and not have anything come of it. It was just... Too many pieces were just rolling directly against each other. Too many parts of this lineup were just in direct contradiction with themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. They had 3 greedy cores, and I don't think the Daedalus Echo BKB was the build on Tiny. With the Ags, I don't know, like there was a lot of DPS, but it wasn't what they needed to make space for the Enigma and Luna.
And I think there's also a very major key component of the team strategy in this particular game that really backfired on them. Early on in the game, there was a lot of attention paid, probably because he has the highest net worth in the server, I don't know. There was a lot of particular attention being paid to Doom. Let me remind you of something. Wizard is playing Pause 3. You paying all the attention you possibly can to him, that's exactly what he wants, especially on a hero like Doom where, I mean, he's fine with life if he just drops his ult and just dies. That's definitely okay with him. Peter got to have a totally free game, just had basically no resistance, no sweat, a couple of deaths, but nothing he couldn't recover from. A lot of lads just had it bad early, but only early, and as Medusa, that's not a sentence you should be saying. A lot of lads should be having it hard the whole game, not the first 10-15 minutes, right? And the support line...
you need to end that game way early and call it a day.
You don't necessarily need to end early, you just need to pressure early. You need to make it so that Medusa is not safe going anywhere. Medusa cannot step 1 foot out of line without just the entire world falling on her face, and I think the support line on Dire just kind of, or on Radiant, just kind of generally was outclassing the support line on Dire this game. It felt like Clockwork and Jakiro had constant high value, just high impact every fight, whereas the Undying Tusk, it just really didn't. I don't know. I think if I was running this game...
2 melee core, or 2 melee supports really limits you.
If I was running this game, I think...
Oh, holy shit. Hold on.
I think what I do is, once the awful counters start coming out, I say, okay, Enigma is going to Meph. I'm not playing it this game. I'm playing anything else but this guy. Probably not Phoenix either. You probably don't want to be picking the godlike map Phoenix if you just let the Snapfire go through. But, you know, You probably do not want to be letting the Enigma be played by Matt this game. Just give him something else. Give him Night Stalker if you want. Give him anything else in the world.
Give him anything else.
And I will also say this. I think the ban order was kind of bad. I think both games starting out the ban on Leshrac. Let's just call a spade a spade. PPM is not going to pick Leshrac in the first phase. Well, let me rephrase that.
No,
he shouldn't.
He shouldn't. No, it doesn't make sense.
And doing that, especially in this particular game where you're going to need a weaker support lineup, lost the ability for Bean to knock out a Snapfire to protect any potential, like, Undyings, if that was what they were going to go for. Lost them the ability to knock out the Jakiro, which is particularly bad for Enigma. The Clockwork, which was particularly bad for the Enigma. It lost them a lot of opportunity cost, and, I mean... If he picks it first phase, there's so many ways to counter that. I mean, Godlike Matt on the Night Stalker, and goodbye Leshrac, he's just done. Like, what do you do to that as Leshrac? Nothing. You just sit there like the little deer in the headlights you are and die. And then you sound like the smoker from Left 4 Dead.
It just doesn't work. No.
So, there will be some talks and all that. Anyway, if you or somebody
I'm talking all the coughing.
If you or somebody you know wants to learn Dota 2 at a casual or more competitive level, go to ld2l.gg to sign up today. It's too late to get into this season, but queues are constantly popping off, little informal games constantly popping off, and perhaps most importantly, stand-ins are constantly necessary. I've never seen the stand-in channel more lit up, more booming than it has been recently. The Pause 3 Dojo is now underway. If your team's Pause 3 ain't talking about the Pause 3 Dojo, they ain't living life right. Send them out to me. We'll all hash it out. Matty boy, you're in there. What do you think of this concept?
Yes, I am. It's fun. I'm going to teach people how to blink and stun.
And die.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So...
But, blink, stun,
die. So with that being said, we'll see you around next time.